Good morning, guys, and I'm here to start a video about the life of being a widow. So guys, if you want to subscribe, just subscribe below and comments and likes and share. This is all about a video of a widow of an American citizen. So I hope you guys can learn about me and can have a tip. So I'm going to share you all the tips that I've had. So someday somehow you can use it, and someday you can have an idea about how to handle your life as a widow. Because ang hirap talaga ng magiging widow sa isang American dahil, you know guys, it is always the expectations of others. You have to consider it, and they might think that you will become a big something rich like that, and they are wrong in all the ideas of getting much from the husband. It depends if your husband is rich or poor or whatever, because it all depends on the income of your husband. But that was not the first thing I consider when I married my husband, because of the age gap is very big. So once you Filipino women are mostly living in a way of what they call practical life. So once you have that in your idea, you are wrong, and you are in a uh, mahirap ibigkas kung ano man ang ibig sabihin ng practical way kung sakaling maghanap ka ng American na ibang nationality, or a husband that is old, something like that. For me, I never had a dream about marrying an old guy, which is I have a 30 years gap. My first impression to that is I'm not a wife, if ever, because I do not like to be a caregiver like that. So that is my just an opinion. But later on, I realized that falling in love is the important, because once you get to know the guy, he is nice, loving, sweet, and whatever that he did in your life that you enjoyed while you are staying together. So guys, this is a tip, so I hope you will take it seriously, because it happened to me, and it happened to everyone, to all of us, because mostly Filipino women especially are looking for a foreigner, and age gap differences is very big. So anyway, before I tell you everything about my story, I will show you some of the picture of my husband. This is him. He was a Navy during the Vietnam War. Me and my husband. This is my first time in blogging about a widow's life. So I hope you will understand me, and I hope that I didn't confuse you for some of the technicalities here, because uh, I'm not a good in computer yet, and I'm not an expert on YouTube. And the thing is, I'm learning. This is already something for me. I'm learning how to express. I'm learning how to give you the tips that is very important to all of the Filipina who married foreigners that has a big gap differences, like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, if ever, because for me it's 30 years. So having a 30 years age gap is very, very difficult when you found out that your wife is nice, your wife is loving. Oh, not a wife, husband. I'm talking about husband. My husband is very nice, loving, and very sweet, and he accepts my family, he loves my family, and he married my family before he married me. So that's the very important thing for us as a Filipina, because, well, I can say I'm lucky. I'm lucky to find this kind of man, because it's very hard to find the kind of man that is like that. Some men, some foreigner are what we call it. I know a lot because they only marry the woman. They don't consider the family. They don't consider the friends. They only want the wife. That's all. And one thing that is I learned about this is I am lucky to have the kind of husband that is considerate, because when things will happen like this, you will become a widow someday. I'm shaking because of the feeling it is coming back again. So I become emotional because I remember everything. I hope you understand the feeling I am now. It's been 2 years anyway. So I think it's still fresh. But anyway, guys, I just want to share you all this. So don't marry a guy that is not considerate. Don't marry a foreigner that is not considering your family, because one day when something will happen to him, who will you go back to? Whom you will go and ask for a help? So this is very important tips, because guys, it's in my experience. That's why I'm sharing it. It's not easy anyway. It's a very tough thing. The family of my husband always sending me a thankful message, and I am grateful to it because they still remember me. They love my husband also, and I love him very much. I'm sharing you all this because one day in the near future you will need it. Before everything else, I will share you about what to do, what to expect someday, and how to manage your everything that he left, because I managed it in a wrong way. So maybe this is a lesson for you all, guys. All the Filipino there who needs advice, just comment, just ask me, and just subscribe. I will give you all the tips about this. And anyway, for now, I'm just introducing myself, being a first time to vlog this, because it might help maybe someday for me, or for those who needing me, those who are in need. So guys, I hope you will understand whatever that I am here for. It is because of a widow's life is very, very hard, because of the having a foreigner husband is not also easy. There are many, many, many things to consider, especially their culture, because some of them are like us as a Filipino, and some of them are don't doesn't care about you. They just marry you, and then they don't what we call this, consider your feelings. They will just say anything, like if they hurt you, they didn't know if they hurt you, or blah blah blah. My husband is not like that anyway. So guys, This is something for you, like kung may mangyari sa magkasakit siya or anything that he needs some medical attentions like that, take your husband to the hospital already, so to check up. But my husband actually didn't suffer a lot because he died, like he slept for 4 days and he never regained consciousness. That's all how he died. So the first thing I did was I actually enjoyed being with him for the first, second, third years, and every time he was receiving his monthly something like that pension, and all he wants me to do is to enjoy or buy yourself a gift or buy yourself something or treat yourself in a good restaurant. So I always say yes, yes, I do that. I already, oh, how are you, like that, how did you enjoy that, invite your friends and do and blah blah blah. For me, I just said yes because just for him to stop. But the thing is, I only treat myself to the McDonald's, Jollibee, that's all. So all he know was I spent 2,000, 3,000 like that in a restaurant. But the real thing is I enjoyed myself, and I only spent 50 pesos in McDonald's or something like that, just to make him, yeah, just to make him happy. That about I treat myself, yeah, yeah, oh, thank you, kiss kiss, and then hug. That's how he is. So, and the reason why I did that is to set aside always for the emergency thing, that anytime he asks money from me, it's I actually make money for myself also. That is one thing that you have to do as a wife also. Don't expect his money, because someday somehow you will lose him, you will lose everything. and I have this reason that why I set aside for him, for his emergency, for his medicines, like that. Anytime in the whole month he needs something or he asks from you, because my husband is submitting all his money to me, because I never ask. He always keep telling me that if you need something, you ask me, okay? So, but he found out I never asked, because I'm also having my own money. I have some business also before, and one thing is I always set aside. But there is one time during the time that he is already in and out of the hospital before he died. That was, I think, 6 months before he died. So every other month we go to the doctor. So he's worrying for hospitals, medicines, like that. And I always say, I manage, I can pay, I can do this, I can do that. And I declare him in my field health for all the discounts and for all the benefit that he can have also from me for my medical, Philippine medical insurance. So that's the good thing also. And he was very happy for that I did this for him. So it's like a give and take as a husband and wife. So one thing that he asked before he died to the doctor is, that scares me a lot, when he feels something. This feeling that he had is caused by the agent exposure before, because he was diagnosed for Hodgkin disease, lymphoma, from his service, active duty service in the Vietnam War. So he had that, he suffered from that until this time. So one thing I have is to share you is all about his health, financials, and this was the very important thing to do as a wife, because You don't want to run out of money when the emergency comes. You don't want to run out of financial before your husband will run out of breath. So that's the important thing to do. Not I know some of the Filipino here who was married to a foreigner, spent a lot of over there, shopping there and everything. Yeah. For me, I buy something for my husband. All he know was I bought it in the SM mall or everywhere. I bought it expensive, but no, I bought it in in Baguio City where I live is there is more ukay-ukay. Those of you guys know about ukay-ukay, but I do not know in the American or any in the foreigner terms about ukay-ukay, because it is what I know is second-hand prices of a dry goods. If you want to buy some clothes like that, and we have it here on ukay-ukay. So my husband didn't inspect if I bought it in an ukay-ukay, because he doesn't want ukay-ukay in a sense of having an allergic in the body, become itches, and he do not like that. So guys, I did not spend much. Important for me to spend is for him and foods in the house, bills, rent. That's all what I am. If he gives the money already for 1 month in my the way I manage his money every month, he was the one who asked money from me, not me who asked, because he know me. I never ask money from him. So this is all, guys. I have so many tips for you about the immigrations when my husband died. Next video, because this is only my first time. So I hope you watch me again for the next video, guys. I do this video for all the Filipino who married American or any other foreign countries or foreigners who want to get an advice or tips, because I already had it. I already experienced it. From the immigration process after he died, and everything in claims like that. Many of us here is expecting that you become rich after your husband died. No, guys, because all you need is you have your own source of income, because someday somehow you will run out of everything. It all goes to the hospitals like that. And the good thing is I have my family, which my husband loves my family also. And this is the important thing, that you were stick to each other, because when like these times of sorrow, they are there. They are helping you. They are also everything, comfort you emotionally, physically, and financially. This is the important thing, because I got hold in the hospital one time, and I couldn't withdraw money before withdrawing his body in the hospital. So this is a very good tips for you all Filipino who are married, to have a big gap, age gap, like 30 years or 40 years or 15 years, 10 years, because we do not know when the time comes. Because this is really the reason why I upload video like this, because I want you Filipino women, and I want you guys to have everything fixed and be prepared of what will happen someday. Because there is one thing that I learned a lot. So I will share you later again for the next video, guys. Subscribe, subscribe and like and share. Okay, so thumbs up, and guys, I see you next time, see you next video, and I hope you subscribe. Thank you, and God bless us all. This will be uh, tips for everyone. Bye, and see you next time.